Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. The next 10 minutes are inspired by some heavy machinery and a cell phone. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to the engine. I was driving down the 680 today, and they're doing some kind of large construction project. Really large, in fact. I think they're adding another lane or increasing the size of the shoulder, whatever it may be. They have these massive machines in the center, and I had to drive north and then drive back south, and I saw them both times around, and both times for some reason. I mean, I've seen excavators and large breakers and things like that before, but I think these are like the jumbo size machines. And driving back, we were going kind of slowly because we had to merge over lanes. I just looked at these machines and I was really struck by them. They're massive and moving so quickly, just destroying the center divide, digging out this area. And there were three of them, so they were all moving kind of in unison. And I was just so taken by it. And of course, at the helm, there's just a man. There's just a normal person driving these things, controlling them. And it's so impressive that that's what human beings have come to. It's so amazing that we have that kind of power and ability now that we could build these machines, and with the machines we get this incredible capacity, physical capacity in the world. And you have to be really careful around them. Obviously, these are not jobs that are designed for the uninitiated. These guys have hard hats. They have years of training to learn how to use these things. You could kill somebody instantly with one of these machines if you lost control of it. And I respect that. It's not like I would ever mess around on one. It's just it was really clear watching them move today, albeit briefly, how dangerous they are and how much power is involved in them and how careful you had to be driving past them. And again, we all slow down and people kind of look at them, but nobody's messing around in construction zones. That's why the traffic fines are twice as heavy. And as I drove past them, I thought about how it used to be that the more power you could give somebody in the physical world, the more valuable they were. Because, I mean, think about it. You get a better tool, a better hammer, a better shovel, and then you got like electric shovels, and just work your way all the way up the tool hierarchy until you have this massive excavator digging out like a yard and a half of dirt every single load, and compare that to somebody on their hands and knees with like a stick and a rock or something. I mean, you can see how much physical work can be done as we went up with our technology and how much more valuable that would be. And it's just not like that anymore. And let me be fair. It's not that these people don't have value. That's not it. But the most valuable companies in the world are not companies like Caterpillar designing tractors and whatnot. They're Google and Amazon. I mean, think about Uber. Uber doesn't do anything except have a program that allows a driver to connect with a passenger. Right? Like, Uber doesn't move dirt. Uber doesn't lend physical ability to an otherwise weak human being. And it really struck me how the physical landscape of important human beings will change over the next forever. In fact, I mean, since the technological revolution, you don't have people like the old fable of Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox, right? Who was a lumberjack and could chop down all these trees. that's somebody who had physical ability. We don't care about the lumberjack now. We don't care about, Babe the Blue Ox. We don't put value there. Where we put value is much smaller. We value the person who can make a better phone. We value the person who can come up with a different line of code. And as such, it became really obvious to me that the risks involved in living are also coming down to much smaller things. Before it used to be, hey, look, don't get crushed by, let's say, the excavator. Right? That's an easy thing to avoid. And again, you could die. That's bad. I mean, obviously driving past it today was very obvious. Oh my gosh, that thing could crush my car and me in a second. But those aren't daily risks anymore. We're not living in this massive industrial age where things are being built and machines everywhere and massive construction. We're living in this technological age because I got this text message from a college counselor that I know when I got home after my drive. And she sent me this link to an article. So I hit the link and it pulled up this article about like 50 jobs that are high paying and you can do from your home. And at the end it said you can swipe or tap this link. So I couldn't see exactly where they were talking about swiping, so I hit the link and it pulled up a little box to download the list of names, or a list of 50 jobs. And immediately I'm like, whoa, what's this? Because I never open attachments just, casually. I never download stuff off of a website, even if it looks legit. You just don't do that. Because what are the consequences if you do that and it's a bad website? It's a bad link. If someone or something gained access to my phone, the information on my phone, it has everything damaging you could possibly want on me. And not even classic damaging information. We're talking about information that used to be only in people's heads, their social security number, the information on the most detailed information on their financial history. Everything like that is on my phone. Which is why courts rule that law enforcement can't force people to open their phones. You can't force people to self-incriminate, and people view your cell phone at this point as an extension of you, as an extension of your brain. And I realized as I was doing this that if I had hit the link and it was a bad link, I may have damaged myself in a way that would have been irreparable. Now look, it's not like I would have been crushed by an excavator in that instant. That's not it. But it would have made my life and my wife's life and my children's lives so much more difficult and bad. We could have been compromised financially, which would be horrific. We could have, the list is too long of bad things that could have happened. All from clicking one little link that would have let someone into my phone. And it struck me of how we're not just going to value people differently. We're going to need to value our actions differently in the coming years. We're going to need to value the small things we do differently. A tiny movement of my thumb made the difference here. It's not like being careful around a construction site where you can see the obvious risks, you can see the obvious danger. You understand because there's this physical power around you. It's these tiny little decisions we make, tiny little clicks of buttons or taps on our phone that will likely make the difference between leading a fine, normal, content, happy, safe life and just having years of ruin and problems. And if you're not paying attention to that, if you're not sensitive to that, if you're not taking it seriously, you're going to expose yourself to really, really really bad stuff. And this will ultimately just change how we behave as people. And it should change how we view ourselves in the world. So the next time you're tapping on your phone and just messing around, being casual with information, take a step back and really think about what you're actually doing. Take a step back and think about what ways you could be exposed or damaged if somebody gained access to your computer or your cell phone or just your email account. Those things hold our whole lives at this point, and there's no way around it. And I don't know anyone who wants to expose themselves and their whole lives to some virus or information grabbing bot. It may not be as clear and present like a giant excavator, but the danger is out there. The risk is out there. It's always trying to crush you. It's always trying to get a hold of you. And if you don't recognize that and take it seriously, it may get you. So just think about that. I'm not Todd, and this is the engine that drives me. Go out and crush it.